Alright, so I've done my 3 chores and then a little bit extra. And we are back with Thancred, talking to an unnamed fairy for now. The quest is called Unto the Truth. Cutscene. Story quest, by the way, in case you were wondering. The fairy waves and flies off. Thancred just shrugs. Like, what's going on? How goes it, Mercy? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. Up come Odyssey and Alphino. And Minfilia. It's been a while. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies, says Minfilia. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composes the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather its ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become what you fear most, brother dearest. He takes a step back. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? I didn't talk to Feo Ul, did I? Why is that on my list? I have no idea who Feo Ul is. Why is that on my list? I don't know who that is. Not during my chores, perhaps. I don't know who Feo Ul is. What? You knew a pixie from before? Or not from my chores, perhaps. Okay. Oh! Is she... Oh, where is that pixie? I can't remember now. Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Feo Ul, if you please. Fuck, I don't remember that at all. With the chat mode and say, use your keyboard and so on. Okay. Gotta go to the location first, which is very close. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, she may as well lop me off and cast me aside. Humph, I have no sapling. Okay. Wait, I have to do it again? Oh, please, Feo Ul. I need you. There we go. After you do it in quotes? Oh, I missed a comma. Come on. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do it with more fire. Oh, loveliest of branches, comma, Please grant me your succor. Exclamation point. And cutscene. Where did I...
You're late! Late!
She's a fiery red pixie, and I can't remember... Crystarium for sure. No, even that I can't tell you.
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting.
How'd you know?
But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
You are speechless. The twins look on, wondering what's going on.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
She grabs him by the
Right,
cuff.
I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke. But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Yep.
Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Thank you. It's nice of you. We approach the other fairies. Mine fiery red.
Well. If it isn't Feo Ul, the mold feel.
Mad
It's
Bloom.
been too long.
What she said there was Mad Bloom in her fairy tongue.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now, let me make something clear.
No.
That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone.
Okay.
And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village.
Wait, how would that help me? Yeah, this doesn't... No.
There'll be cold, hard metal,
Oh.
furry, festering food,
True.
stinky, sweaty small clothes, and
Possibly.
all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
They're all very dejected.
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
You don't have to cave that fast, bud.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernick to you at once.
Fennec meant truth. They form a triangle, kind of lower down and then raise up, kind of swirling around in that triangle. They become beams or balls of light. And when they explode is a word for it, but we actually see a floating... Well, there's a city, a palace really, on a large raised
So
up...
this is the true Ilmeg.
Yeah, a large raised up rock. I mean, hill, but like a rock in a river, in a lake. It could be the lake that we went to get the water. So
How are you feeling?
they've removed some kind of glamour.
Better. I think I remember the way now.
I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
You nod.
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
And she does a little backflip in the air and winks out of existence with a puff of light. Oh, loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor. Alright, Thancred. For Alphino and LSA's sake, let us be quick. I would be ashamed to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. LSA just shrugs. Now the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Come along. Bye, twins. Sorry. Oh god, such a long run. Should I... Wait. Oh, it's that way? Oh, wow. They revealed a lot. So they revealed the palace that's, like, on the big rock in the water. Big palace, big rock. It's almost as if there's a plateau, like a kind of a cylindrical, mostly shaped plateau, but it kind of starts to, like, bell bottom out toward the top. So it gets thicker and thicker as it goes up. That's what she said. No, that was dumb. I'm sorry. But the location we're going to is kind of like a cottage-looking thing. Maybe even a church-looking thing. To the northwest. Along the lake. Oh. Garden Anemone looks like a miniature Marlboro with like floating... but it floats and has tentacles kind of floating down. As if one day it will grow into a full-fledged massive Marlboro. Got some damselflies, they're like dragonfly kind of creatures. Lots of red and pink and white flowers and fields. A pathway here. A big bee, a big hornet, killer bee. Killer bee, killer bee, killer bee. And then Thancred is here to turn the quest into. Which is about time, because I have to get ready. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. Cutscene? Yep. We walk in. There is indeed a lot of books. Not a ton. Not like every wall is lined with books, as in the Crystarium, but a good number.
Urianger, are you in?
Good number of books, good number of shelves, books stacked on tables, kind of strewn about. And down
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
he is a lot less clothed. Like, he's still very much clothed, but you can see most of his arms, except for like wrist guards. He's got, I mean, like all the way up to the shoulder, like sleeveless. He's got this cool looking shield thingy on his back, which I'm not sure what that is, but. And then it could be an astrologian now. I can't remember. If it kind of looks like it has a moon for sure, maybe some stars, and then kind of a black robe with some gold kind of jewelry.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
He's got like a bicep gold gold ring and another one right below it, and he's got like a gold looking choker.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
Or choker's not the right word. What's it called?
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
What? Oh. He hands her a sack. She looks at it, puts it away, nods, and goes outside. Why is he treating her like so mean? I don't like that.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
But the gold strands, kind of on like the lower portion of his robes, has red jewels hanging from it.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest...
Like red teardrop jewels.
It beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore.
It's not a choker at his neck, it's thicker. I can't remember the name for the...
Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse. That of the 8th umbral calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald.
We see a battle scene. Lots of soldiers down. Lots of soldiers attacking each other. Some like shots raining from the sky.
So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then yalm by yalm, and malm by malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
Bastardos. I can get this actually kind of started.
Its potency defied all reckoning.
We see a bridge leading to kind of a temple of sorts, and just a lot of people, a lot of beings, creatures, humanoid kind of things, and Chocobos alike, just down. No blood.
Once released,
anywhere.
The gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides.
New scene coming.
From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds,
Sorry.
none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel.
This scene is in front of like an inn, maybe. A couple people crying over just the dead, the fallen.
Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil.
So the screen flashes over.
To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order.
We see a scene of soldiers in black dealing a killing blow to other non-soldiers, or soldiers in different colors, or non-soldiers, civilians. It flashes over to Mr. Urianger in his normal clothing, with his goggles, in blackness. He sees dead Kryle, dead, fucking, goddamn it, what's her name? Oh, Lalafell gal, it's always, dead Thancred, dead Y'shtola. What's her name? God damn it, why can't I remember her name? She's our secretary, dead Alisei, Alphino, and myself? No, who's this person in black? Sorry. It is me, isn't it? Yeah.
Were no more. For the weapon spared not one. Not even thee.
What is that damn... I hate this. I hate not remembering things that I've used. I've used her name so many times.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold.
Tataru! God damn it. There we go. Haha. I remembered finally.
No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Still feel dumb about it.
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Alright, alright.
Come.
On the kick drum. Come, come. We walk over to a...
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's like a chart of the elements, kind of like what we were standing on every time we got a new element unlocked for Hydaelyn. With an Yggdrasil, kind of world tree kind of looking thing in the middle. It's a chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source.
Oh god, saying elemental wheel brings me back to the frickin' ninja in Final Fantasy XI and their...
As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer.
Light and dark?
Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
Nah.
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
I kind of wish that this was a different quest, so that... because I'm running really close to needing to go to
According
D&D.
to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Urianger, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Oh.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
You're good at courting the pixies, eh?
Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Good to have you again, sir. In all your sleeveless glory. Unto the truth is complete, finally. There will be no sponsor for this video because I need to go. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed. Ta-ta for now.